They're all like so intense.
Well, yeah,
mental spirits, man.
Okay, we're working with properties with real numbers. So you have a fraction of 3/4. You want to have a denominator of 12. Whoops. We got to project. Boom. How's that? That looks better. So we have a fraction of 3/4. We want to have a denominator of 12. To go from 3/4 to being a denominator of 12, what do we have to do? Multiply everything top and bottom by 3. Multiply by 3 over 3. Okay? So they have to have the same value for all the allowable replacements. So what does it mean for the two fractions to be equivalent? They have to have the same value. I think it's this one. Let me check for sure. Yeah, some of their wording sometimes is just, Did I go past it? No. Yep. So the same allowable replacements. Okay. So if we multiply by 3 both places, what are we going to get? 9 out of 12. 9 out of 12. Okay. So you have various laws. When you move numbers, that's the commutative property. Okay? When you move A and B around, that's commutative. Associative is when you move parentheses. Okay? Remember those two. Okay, associative law of multiplication. So we're dealing with multiplication, not addition. We're moving parentheses. It would obviously be D. Okay? Distributive law. You know what the distributive property is. You multiply the 4 through the parentheses. It would be D again, not C, because C we're moving parentheses, D we're multiplying through the parentheses. Identity property of 0 means we're either adding 0 or multiplying 0. Well, there's only one where we're adding 0 here. Associative law of addition, which one would it be, B or C? C, because that deals with addition. The other one deals with multiplication. Using the multiplying by 1 to find the equivalent expression to 3/13 with a denominator 13C, what would we multiply the numerator by? If the denominator becomes 13C and it was 13, what's the numerator going to be? 3C. So the equivalent expression would be 13C over, or 3C over 13C. Now if we're simplifying, if there's the same power of the variable, then they just cancel. 12 and 80 both have an 8 that go into them. If you divide them both by 8, you get -9 tenths. Okay. There is no y in the denominator, so y doesn't cancel, but x does. 4 goes into each, so it's 7y over 8. Okay. The commutative law. How does the commutative law change that around? It becomes q plus 40. Use the commutative law on xy. It becomes yx. Associative law on z plus x plus 56. Parentheses around z plus x, and then plus 56. Associative law for this one would be 11 parentheses xy. Okay. If we multiply, we're doing the distributive property, 5m plus 10. Doing the distributive property, 6q minus 36. Okay? We good? Good. I'm glad you're good, because that's what we're doing today. You have to shut down and restart your computer all the way, because and yes, you'll lose all your tabs, but then you will reset your browser cache.